Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Hey everyone, first of all, heartiest greetings and welcome you all to my channel. My name is Sakshi Shreya and this is my YouTube channel where I will share my flair of art with you all.
Hello and welcome you all to my session. Today, for the imaginary interview session, our guest will be John Keats. Thank you so much, sir, for attending my session. It is my great opportunity to interview you.
Mention not, Sakshi. I am glad to be a part of your session.
So, without much delay, let's start our today's session. So, the first question is from Ria, and she wants to ask why your parents wanted you all to go to eat in a harrow.
As any other parent, my parents too wanted me and my siblings to get educated at the best school or institution. In the time, in our area, these two were the best, so I guess this must be the reason.
Well said, sir. Now, the next question is from Rohit, and he wants to ask according to one of your closest friends, Cowden Clark, the period after your mother's death was the most placid time in your life. What is your view on this? Do you agree with his statement?
Well, it's very natural to feel like this, and I agree with Cowden's statement. I had lost my parents at a very small age, and after my mother's death, there was sort of some responsibility on me. I had to take care of my siblings, in order to give them a better future. So, it was the most challenging period in my life.
That's really sad, sir. I can understand your situation. You really struggled a lot. So, now let's move forward with the next question by Rudra, and he wants to ask two bequests were held in trust for you until your 21st birthday, but you were unaware of it. What is your view on this, and what do you think the money could bring changes in your life?
See, the main problem in my situation was revolving around money crisis. I didn't knew about any such bequests. In short, I was completely unaware. My grandfather, John Jennings, had willed £800 for all of us. Also, my mother left a legacy of £8,000 to be equally divided between me and my siblings. Abby, my local guardian, never told me about the £800. But, in his case, I am not sure if he too was aware or not, so I cannot blame him. But, William Walton, solicitor for my mother and grandmother, definitely did knew, and he had the duty of care to relay the information to me and my siblings, but he didn't. Of course, money could have brought drastic changes in my life. Money was always our great concern, and we struggled all through our lives to stay out of debt. Also, now, when I think, I believe I could save the lives of my siblings and could give them a better future.
That's really sad to hear, sir. I really appreciate your hard work and love for your siblings. Now, let's move to next question by Julika, and she wants to ask, your friend Charles Cowden Clark described the day of your first appearance in print as Red Letter Day. Why so?
Actually, he was one of my closest friends who was there with me in my struggles. And, when my sonnet published in a leading magazine for the first time, he was very happy. It was his way of expressing that now my ambitions were valid. So, yeah, this was the reason.
Wow, that's what we call true friendship. Now, let's move to next question by Richie, and he wants to ask, what was the role of Richard Woodhouse in your life?
Beginning from the personal level, he was a very good friend of mine. Professionally, he was an Eton-educated lawyer, and he often advised me on literary and legal matters.
That's a great answer, sir. Now, let's move forward to next question by Niharika, and she wants to ask, in short, how would you describe your writing career?
To be honest, my writing career is the one for which I really struggled, fought, earned, and could offer some humankind to the world. At first, it wasn't a serious choice, but later I discovered my love for it.
Great answer, sir. Now the question is from Babita, and she wants to ask, what was your views on your medical career, and why were you so ambitious about it, in the first?
In those days, according to my financial condition, medical career was seemingly reasonable and respectable profession, and also it didn't require any university degree. All I wanted was to do some good for the world. But, although I started the career with enthusiasm, I grew restless and lonely working in those small, cranky rooms. And that's the reason, it was my first choice.
That's a great answer, sir. You will be surprised to know that even today, people do carry stereotypes and consider science background professions to be the most respectable.
Oh, is that really so? I thought our world might have evolved.
No, sir. We still have to go through a lot to bring out changes. Well, anyway, Coming to the topic, the next question is from Sahil, and he wants to ask, who introduced you in the field of poetry?
It was my friend, Charles Cowden Clarke. He introduced me to the poetry, and my models were Edmund Spenser and the Elizabethans.
Beautifully answered, sir. Now let's move forward to the next question by Arohi, and she wants to ask, what do you consider your most distinctive poetic achievement?
It will absolutely be odes, because they helped me a lot to confront my conflicting impulses of my inner being and to reflect upon my relations and longings to the world.
That's a great answer, sir. Now, the next question is from Gungun, and she wants to ask, the internal debates in the odes centered on the dichotomy of eternal, transcendent ideals and the transience of the physical world. Why so?
It was mainly forced upon by the painful death of my brother and my own failing health, due to tuberculosis, which was our family disease, and the odes highlighted those struggles for self-awareness and certainty.
Well answered, sir. Now, the next question is from Patrick, and he wants to ask, when Percy Bysshe Shelley heard of your illness, she wrote an offering letter for hospitality in Pisa for you, but you declined that. What was the reason behind your declination?
From my previous statements, you now must be aware of my financial and personal difficulties. She was a very good friend of mine, and when she heard of my illness, she tried to help me. It was really nice gesture, and for this, I am still grateful to her. But, somehow, in the year 1820, I realized that the symptoms of tuberculosis is turning to be a death warrant for me. I thought it was impossible to survive, and so I declined.
That's really sad to hear, sir. But I believe you and your work is still fresh in the hearts of every poet, writer and reader. This was the last question, and now I would like to request you to kindly speak few words for your fans.
Sure. So first of all, I thank each one of you for reading and loving my work. It feels great to hear that I am still in your hearts. I just wish that anybody who wish to pursue their career in writing, become successful, and for those who are losing hope due to difficulties in life, I request you to kindly take me as an example, and never lose hope.
Well said, sir. It was a nice experience interviewing you. Thank you for sparing time for my interview session.
Most welcome, Sakshi. And I am too glad to be a part of your interview session. Thank you.